Night Attack is brought to you by all of our beautiful Patreon bosses over at patreon.com/Night Attack. And this episode is powered by all of our friends at Doghouse Systems. Go to doghousesystems.com/V/Rogue and use promo code Rogue at checkout. You get a free SSD is what it is with your order. Here's what happened last time on Night Attack by ICU.
There was an amazing website called Magician or Dentist. And all it did was take pictures from dentist websites and the worst versions of magic headshots.
Coyotes be pooping like this. Dogs be pooping like this. Oh, I see you. You're a national treasure. Hello, beautiful folks. It is Tuesday night, and you know what that means? That means it is time to set fire to this motherfucking internet. Live from the 7-acre Schwood, deep in the heart of, on the border, Austin city limits. Anyway, I'm Brian Brushwood, joined as always by my BFF and OAK, Mr. J.R.Y., Justin Robert Young. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
You know, I'm doing great. I'm living my life here in the Bay Area. We're flattening the curve, baby.
Yeah, dude. A bit of good news we were talking about earlier. I guess coronavirus ain't as deadly as it was cracked up to be. But now, and I guess also, are you flattening it?
Mixed news today, as the official federal expectation for deaths is in 6 figures and is terrifying to look at, but. There are some positive news, including California and Washington State so far being able to flatten their curve, which is good because we were one of the first people to go into lockdown. But my steadily eroding sanity is you, the listener's gain, because we have continued to put more and more effort into this show, including 2 of our guests here today. Brian, help me welcome MikeTV and
Trey Warren. Yeah, dude.
Hey,
thanks for joining us.
everybody.
We were talking about it. It's like, man, in a world where literally our show looks better produced than late night talk shows, it's like we better up our game. We're gonna have an in-house band. In fact, you guys want to take us in with the song?
Oh yeah.
We'll go ahead and flex.
There's so many faces that don't see me. I've been so many places with so many faces, I've gone unseen, and I'm all alone, and I'm on my own. I've gotten lost in the bottle, going full throttle till I couldn't see. But drink don't make it better, my lips are just wetter, but still I'm unseen. And I'm all alone, and I'm on my own. And I just wanna scream, here I am, see me.
Not hard, Jimmy Fallon. Come on. Put a little effort into it.
Yeah, dagnabbit.
Also, man, joining us live in studio, just now walking in the door.
Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, Bonnie the
Whoa.
Invisible
Yes!
Wife. Hold on.
Wow!
Hold on, get ready for this.
Oh.
I don't know if we got
Tigra.
it. Do we have a camera on here? There it is. Hey, Bonnie.
Yes.
Since you showed up, and Justin, I don't know if I told you this already. I feel like I have to clear the air right now because you're going to find out at some point. But it started on March 30th, so we're now 2 days into it.
What?
But I am getting a shit. Like, I don't know how I got on this list
Oh.
for this, like, Soviet bloc dating site, mail order bride. It started yesterday with, Dear Brian, Elena sent you a greeting mail on charmlive.com. Read free and reply now. Elena, 48 years, Russia. Not 48? Know what your yeah. Okay, look, it knows my demographic. All right.
Oh my God! Like, really?
It says, quote,
I got better at home.
Not know what a favorite color is. Want a woman next. And then
not know what favorite color is. You want a 48-year-old woman who doesn't know what her favorite color is?
Hey, that's,
I got
the flyers in the window, Bonnie. Like,
okay.
Also,
he's just perusing the post office board there.
I would like to point out that I also have options. There's also Lulia, 30 years from Russia. There's Daria Ngan from Vietnam, 38 years. Caroline, 30 years, Venezuela. Currently have my small vegetarian food business.
You start off with my small I'm like, where's this going?
Wow.
I got Kate from the Ukraine, Elena from Venezuela. In fact, you guys talk amongst yourselves.
I have some emails to respond to.
Yeah. So now.
Sorry, hold on. What was that, Justin?
These have been 2 days. You've been getting these emails?
Yeah, there's like a dozen of them. And
so now Brian answers emails.
I don't know how I got that list, but it says Dear Brian, and it looks like it's my public-facing emails. So I'm going to guess that some list got sold. Say again?
Because that kind of email sounds like you have a profile. Somebody set up a profile with your publicly facing thing. So I wonder if you could find your profile on that site.
Oh man, that sounds dangerous.
You
That sounds
have to check it out. We have to check it out. We have to see.
Lada from Russia, 35 years old, says game, but we lacks the participant. How do you look? Yeah.
Right now, like, we're seeing all the fish, but we don't know what's luring them in.
Yeah,
show us the bait.
It's spelled PHISH. Yeah, I suspect that they just bought a list, and the whole purpose is to get me to try to find out what the profile is, or to click on reading the mail or whatever.
But
anyway,
a lot
this
of
is
times things have unsubscribe buttons.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
You didn't look past a certain point of view.
Well, if you unsubscribe, then they know it's a valid email address.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They already know you're clicking it. You know this.
It's a legit point.
Touche, Bryce. Touche.
So, this is a very Brian move to get like the second day of this immediately run and be like, Bonnie, I'm on this list. But do you ever have to worry about that, Justin? Have you ever found yourself like subscribed to a thing that you're like, oh, this could look bad if it was discovered accidentally?
I don't know if I've ever been subscribed to a thing but I'm sure I've been investigating something or at a certain point, like looking up specific YouTube videos and being like, yeah, this one's going to be a real humdinger if I ever got to explain this search engine. This one's going to be a real, I got to walk them through the case step by step so nobody gets lost.
Bonnie showed up with the tiger mask. She's got this big tiger backpack. And we were talking yesterday. Of course, we've been talking nonstop about Tiger King, but Bonnie is one of two people in the entire universe that I've seen who just stopped it.
Yeah. No, I can't. It's so bad.
I suspected publicly, I mused, that you could give all the reasons that you want, but ultimately you just can't handle the teeth.
Oh, yeah. No, that is exactly it. I mean,
really?
The teeth are a stopper. Like, why continue after the teeth? Like, the teeth are the hole in bad decision making. So like, I'm telling you, you guys, if your teeth out there, I'm talking to you. And if you are without several of your teeth in the front and everything, then I'm saying there is help. Like you can find people if you can't afford it.
Jeez, Bonnie. Oh my God, this is superficial.
What's with the lost teeth?
Did you hear how much they're getting paid?
prejudice?
They can't afford teeth.
You can actually get some financial help.
Oh, say again, Justin.
Meat, Bonnie.
Say what?
What?
They eat expired meat, Bonnie.
I know.
They eat expired.
Which is why I'm saying I don't need to get past the teeth to know that. It's like that is your advertisement for the rest of your life. You know, like what's happening here.
in your mouth. Okay.
In your-
That's-
yeah,
Okay. No, I get it.
yeah.
No, I get it. Amen.
That's your
So,
outward
it is-
facing projection.
It is. It's hygiene. And it's not like you have to have perfect teeth, like perfectly straight, but like the missing thing is.
Bonnie, you were picking on a pretty put upon grouping of people. They make $100 a week. They do meth all the time. Like these are things that tend to keep teeth out of your mouth.
That is true.
Chew.
That is
Get
very
out of here,
true.
teeth. That's what the lifestyle does.
Yeah, like Brian is all like talking about, getting his food service. Like, he wants to grab food from places and then
But he shouldn't because he doesn't have any teeth.
right, like right now, like you worry about all the germs and all that kind of stuff. But like I will stop going to a place if their employees don't have like
A full set of.
Hold on. So if there were an Instagram filter
yeah.
that all of the jacked up teeth that you see in Tiger King just replaced it with big old full chompers, you would watch that? It really is the teeth that have gotten your goat here?
I know it's an indication of more.
It's
everything
it's
that goes
an indication
with it.
of being the type of person that's comfortable with that many teeth.
Right.
Missing that. Yeah. That's. I get that.
Oh, so this is you're just judging. You're
Yes.
just superficially judging the people that were on the show.
Well, I mean,
kind of, sort of, a yes, but yes.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of,
Also, to
but
be fair,
yes.
that is sort of.
By the way, there is legally official ways that you can judge them that put them in far more peril. Like you certainly took the first exit off that highway. Please believe that there is plenty to go. The miles you drive.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, and I stop here. I did muscle through because everybody's talking about it. I muscled through the first episode. I got part of the way into the second one, and then just that poor one guy with all the missing teeth. He's just like,
his teeth got fixed. He fixed all his teeth.
And he's not even in the show that much.
Aw, I know, but he just said the words, I just didn't know any better. And I was like, I can't go down this. I can't.
No, amen. No,
I can't.
I'm right there with you, Bonnie. I really am. I think it's like I'm right there. Like like you can't like I don't. I know it happens. I know it happens all the world around. I just don't want to watch it. Like like I know your life is tough and you have no clue what the heck is going on. Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to be.
I know. I promised I was going to put you on the spot and improvise anything, but could you improvise some scenario in which a song in which teeth are missing and it makes sense?
Yeah. Okay, so. I had some teeth, but they're gone. No, I don't know where they went. I woke up one morning and I spit out some teeth. Where'd my teeth go? Oh, where'd they go? I hate the fact that I don't have any teeth now. But God damn it, I got no teeth. I miss my teeth. Boy, I really do. You're my friend, man. Where'd you go? Why'd you leave me, my teeth? Why'd you leave me? Why'd you leave me in my teeth? Where'd you go? Why'd you leave me in my teeth? Please don't leave me. Oh, you know I love you so.
I had audio listeners who couldn't see Bonnie. She full on tapped out. the moment teeth were being spit out the following day, she covered her ears and went to her happy place.
Like I said, if you are a person that is aware that these things happen, but there is financial help. Like you can look for ways to get those teeth.
Get your teeth. If you're missing teeth, have them put back in.
Or just make ones or whatever.
Hey, Justin, we're doing a new thing since everybody is at home and we all want to stay sane together. You and I have been showing up for sort of a free-form hour-a-day happy hour. What's the elevator pitch on that?
Folks, hi, it's your old pals, Brian and Justin. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a bit of a plague going on, and that's really screwed everything up, including probably your work. You ain't going into work no more. Now you're sitting there on your couch trying to figure out when the workday ends and when your life, so screwed up as it is right now, like it is for all of us, can begin. And so we, for those of you on the East Coast time zone, offer you this particular line of demarcation, and that is the Night Attack Happy Hour, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. You can either blow off work or officially end the workday each and every weekday right here on this channel, twitch.tv/Night Attack. And I think for the first week, we're going to put it in the podcast feed. If people dig that as a podcast, then let us know. If it's too much, let us know. But we do just want to let everybody know that this is going to happen as long as we're in this crazy situation. And sure as hell looks like this crazy situation is at least going to last for another month. So we got another 4 weeks of this. So it's coming to your podcast feed probably starting tomorrow. And you can catch us live, twitch.tv/Night Attack.
Yeah, so if all of a sudden things are temporarily all cluttered up with a whole bunch of things labeled, happy hour and a date, then that's what it is. It's just a free-form discussion. Listen or don't listen. That's the power you have. You.
That's true, man. Man, what's going on? What's shaking?
I mean, since the happy hour, ping pong fever taking it over. We were talking about during the happy hour how we got this ping pong table, keep running out there. We were talking about social distancing games you could play, which I get, but that aren't video games. Wait, what are you laughing at? What's going on?
I'm puppet
Bonnie's
James.
over here distracting us. Putting on a puppet show for
a
us.
literal puppet show. Well, hey, I know we got a game set up. You got anything else big going on in your life that you haven't already podcasted since we're on for 6 hours a day?
Since you've been doing it nonstop.
No, man. I mean, I don't know. Just sitting here thinking about life, right? Things are going crazy right now. A lot of what's the weirdest plague thought you've had go through your head?
My friend Justin is doing a podcast on Billy Crystal movies. That's I stumble across that like a weird pebble in my shoe. Like that's how far it's come, and people are liking it. And I guess all you're doing is watching 90s Billy Crystal's movies and talking about them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know this. That's awesome. Really? No, really? No. Like Billy Crystal is amazing. Like really?
No,
City
he
Slickers.
is awesome.
Yeah,
the movies are awesome.
Yeah.
It's not a bit. It is a real thing he's doing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Called Crystal. If you subscribe to the Jury feed, then it's going up on that feed right now if you want to get it on podcast. But otherwise, it's on my SoundCloud. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going crazy. I'm actually going crazy. I wondered today if I'd ever have chicken wings again.
In fact, that's been my thing. I'm like, oh yeah, I really liked this one thing that I might never have again, and that's been a really a serious worry for me. Like just various like food, like hot, like so I would get a chili dog in LA, and I'm like, there's no way that this little tiny chili dog place that I get my chili dogs is going to survive the amount of time that we're going to have to spend away. So they're going to be gone. And the last time I had that chili dog, I didn't realize that was the last chili dog I was ever going to have in this place. That's terrible, right?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. And it breaks my heart. I'm like, really?
Dude, can I please follow on this comfort food track? Because I can totally feel your pain there. Renaiku in the chat room says, oh, you can buy chicken wings from the store.
Whoa.
Get that Euro bullshit out of here. Here in America, chicken wings only happen when they're in a greasy-ass fry pit that has been frying up curly fries. Like, and the grungier, the better. I want that shit in a bowling alley that they haven't changed the goddamn oil in 5 years. You drop those fuckers in, slather them in just a jug of some shit you got from Cisco, like that is like kind of day glow orange. Like you just toss it up all day. These are the rhapsodic thoughts I have in thinking about the before times, Brian.
The before times.
You know, I think about the froyo I get with the kids, and they have all those toppings with the little creepy hands getting in there and grabbing all that. You know, it already made me cringe with like, ooh, I've
but now their little COVID fingers are all. They're getting exactly 19 M&Ms to put on.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are losing it. It's like next up you're like, I walk on that blade of grass. I think how that blade of grass is gonna get cut, and I'm never gonna see it again. Oh, that blade of grass.
Yeah, I miss that building.
You haven't gotten to apocalypse musings yet, Brian. Like even understanding that they're hyperbole, but because we are in a world where we don't exactly know what's going to emerge on the other end, obviously probably not to that degree, but you haven't let your mind wander.
I think I've already gotten past it. I'm already in the sunshine phase. Like I was there before it was even conceivable to imagine the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, I'm disappointed at how far off it is, but at least we've got a provisional date, and I'm comfortable with it being pushed back. I mean, I dealt with, I had to wait for, eventually Half-Life Alyx came out, Justin, and and so on the other side of that, I believe that there'll be a sunshine on the other side of all of this. Besides, I got to plan a picnic.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, at some point, I mean.
And really, truly, like arguably, of course, it kills a certain percentage. Yada yada. We like, this is not the end of the human race. It's just quite possibly the end of people a lot of us love, right? And that's the heartbreak. It's like, and so for me, it's like Christopher Lee. He died at the appropriate time. Like he survived long enough to never have to deal with COVID, because if he died from COVID,
well, I just found out that Christopher Lee died.
There you go.
No, there was some 3D graphic that weirdly made like it represented apocalyptic plagues in fuzzballs of various size. So imagine a football field of time, and the Black Death was like a giant hamster ball that you could fit inside.
That's awesome.
And then meanwhile, the Spanish flu was like 2 or 3 times the size of what we're probably looking at right here.
Oh.
And so, look, I ain't going to say that the Spanish flu was a walk in the park, but
Now, I have a question.
we have the power of staying home.
We do have. Yes.
How is Tom Hanks doing?
His wife is fully recovered.
Oh,
Okay.
really? Oh,
Awesome.
and is Tom okay as well? Or
Yeah, I
is-
think they're both okay.
Oh,
That
okay.
was yeah.
Wow. All right. Good for them. Right on.
Yay. I'm
Good.
surprised that hasn't been more newsworthy.
Well, see, you would know how newsworthy it is if you ever looked at the news, because they've not been shy about shouting at us
they
on
have.
all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay. I just was surprised nobody told me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I didn't kick in the door saying like, extra, extra, Tom Hanks' wife is okay.
Noted celebophile Bonnie Brushwood.
Hey man, Justin, how can people support this very show?
Why, by heading on over to patreon.com/Night Attack. Again, patreon.com/Night Attack is where you can support this very show. Just head on over there right now. Real talk. We don't know what the hell is going to happen in obviously over the next month here in America and throughout the world, where all of you guys are listening. If you have given us money, if you have the means to give us money and would like to do so over the next few weeks, trust us. We appreciate it and we love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Patreon is just one of many places that we have no idea how things are going to go, but we really, really, really appreciate it if you'd like to kick in a little bit extra. And you get the pre-show and post-show before anybody else on your own custom RSS feed.
Hells yeah. And of course, if you're a new pledge or if you up your pledge, you have a chance to randomly be called out in a little segment we like to call...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Night Attack new Patreon name chant corner hour. It's an hour of...
Oh, dude, we got a special one right here. We got somebody who just doubled their pledge and entered the 100 Club. That's 100 pennies per episode, which we appreciate. And maybe we could just do a short song for him.
What's his name?
His name is Xander Sinji.
Xander Sinji. Ooh, ooh. Wait, what's his name again?
Xander Sinji. Cinjee.
Xander Sinji. Hey, man, you're amazing. You're seriously amazing. Xander Sinji. You're really the best. Like, seriously, really, really the best. Xander Sinji. You're the best.
Yeah. Hey, Justin, of course, we are live every Tuesday night, and for 1 minute, we like to go full-on Twitch streamer and tell an unbroken story, which may or may not weave in some of the names of people who are donating bits live.
Indeed.
Anything interesting happened this week?
Wait, no, is it me or you?
I think it's you.
Well, look, man. Hey, I got the skills, cat, and I play for keeps. I was on the billiards table when I hit a Dan Wally. That's when 4 balls click together and click against 4 other balls. And I go, well, fuck, do I look like a dumb guy 420? No, I don't. I just hit a Dan Wally with a renegade skin on it. So I walked over to some big-legged dame and said, hey, lady, you want a spider bite 0? That's a shot with Everclear and orange rinds. And she said, well, aren't you a guy, Smiley? 777. I hit the jackpot. And I said, well, that's a weird thing because you have to remember that 7s are a jackpot. Anyway, we went to the Hotel Kevimation, and in short order, we were doing something that could only be described in one word. 10 gram, 407 times.
Oh,
That's a lot of times.
you got me good on that one. Thank you very much, NCKHW. Also, hey, Bryce, who's the bit boss?
I can't see. We didn't look before. Sorry.
I think
talking
it's
about
Quiet Hall, like 1,500 bits, I bet. Unless that's...
there were a lot of bits that came in today, but let's say it's Quiet Hall for right now. With 1,500 bits.
Yay!
Thank you to everybody who gives us bits over Twitch.
Hey, Bryce, we got a game?
We do. I was asking this in the pre-show, and I think the answer was no. But had we ever made a game or just a segment out of looking at Would You Rather Bot, WYR Bot?
I think we've always...
In the
I
pre-show
feel like we
and the
played it
post-show.
once. We did a lot of pre-show and post-show messing around with it.
I kind of remember me being guesting at some point in time where we did a
I as well, but I think that was a pre-show thing. I don't know.
Okay, here you go. Yeah. Okay,
Then I guess we should
So
explain.
it's just graduated to the main show.
Yeah.
Here you go.
So
Hey.
we should explain for those who haven't listened to the pre-show, the
Move that
post-show.
down.
Sure. So there's a Twitter account at WYR_bot, which once an hour, every hour, creates a poll and asks the Twitter community at large to pick between 2 things. So, for example, here's one here. This was just posted 2 hours ago. Would you rather be Bigfoot or the bully? So that one's got 21 hours left.
So would I rather be the dude everybody's hunting and wants to kill or photograph, or the dude who's beating up somebody? I got to go with the bully.
It could be the bully of Bigfoot. Somebody is bullying Bigfoot. You might think that Sasquatch is the apex in that Washington forest. No, there's Craig, and he's a real dick because his dad beats him.
I would like to believe that they're also a crime-fighting duo, like Bigfoot and the Bully. maybe.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a 1970s like kind of countrified song. Bigfoot and the Bully. Like,
I'm sorry. What would that sound like?
let's see. Bigfoot and the Bully. It's a Bigfoot and the bully. They're riding in their 18-wheeler. And they're getting around town and they're getting into trouble. And they got a dog.
There you go.
That's basically that's the whole thing. That's just
Bum,
like,
bum.
That's Butch.
Yeah.
Butch is the dog.
And his name is Butch. Yeah.
Oh, say again, Justin?
If you were to do Bigfoot and the Bully now, like on USA, it would be 2 chicks, right? It would definitely have to be like
yeah. Well, of
2,
course.
like attractive women, but they just happen to be named like Emily Bulsifer and Tracy Bigfoot.
That's right. So
I was so in love with Tracy Bigfoot when I was a kid, man. It was
Yeah, did you have the poster?
Oh yeah.
Of her leaning over, washing her pits.
Tracy Bigfoot, man, she really rocked my world.
So I went today and picked out a bunch of polls here from WYR_bot here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a would you rather as it's presented in the tweet. And you are going to have to tell me which side you're on. And if you match, these are all closed polls. So if you match America, then you will get a point. Look at that.
Oh,
Or I
okay.
guess the Twitter.
I guess we have to now do it in our hearts. Do we have to match America, or can we have a secret heart and just say what we think America went for?
I don't give points for hearts.
The cynical perspective. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna go with heart, man. I'm always heart.
Yeah,
I'm always heart.
I feel like
Yeah.
scientifically it would be more accurate if you went with your heart, but you do you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, so here's one from @Would You Rather Bot. Would you rather live with your dad or live without time? Would you rather live with your dad or live without time? Brian, we'll start with you.
Aw, man. I used to do the latter, but now I've got a lot of time. So I'd like to go back to living without time. Not that I don't love my dad.
There you go. Ooh, this pen exploded on me in a very weird way. All right.
Wait a minute. How do you interpret live without time, Brian?
Oh, what I meant was I never had time to do anything, but now got a lot of time to do a lot of stuff.
But if you're living without time,
at the absence of time, I view it.
Oh, I thought it was Time the Band.
Could be.
That's I was like, yeah. What's his name in the time, right?
Morris
Like, that's
What's Day gonna do?
Say again, Justin.
What the fuck is Morris Day gonna do?
yeah.
all right. So Brian, we got are you gonna stick with live without time?
Yeah, I'll stay with live without time.
All right, Justin, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna live with your dad or live without time?
I feel like people will more likely see that live without time seems to be a graver, more permanent consequence, whereas many have lived with their dad, and you would guess probably a fraction of that have good feelings of that. I'm gonna say live with your dad.
All right, you're gonna say
Oh,
live with your dad.
plus, a lot of people who have lost their dad probably would like to live with their dad.
Yeah,
again.
it is your dad.
Great, my dad's alive. And then your dad shows up, and it's like a fucked up zombie situation, and then you're like, no, what? How did I not see this one coming? It's the fucking oldest trick in the wish book.
Mike, what about you? Would you live without time or live with your dad?
All right. So can I get some sad music? Can I get? Is there?
Wait, sorry. If only you had a musician next to you.
Here we go. Hold on. Yeah. This is good. All right. So when I was 9 years old, like I lived, black and white's perfect. That's perfect. So, when I was a kid, man, like my dad and we were the best of friends. He taught me karate and he taught me like a little workout that I've done my whole life. And then at 9 years old, my parents split and my dad just split. He was gone, And so I'd like to live with my dad. I really would like to live with my dad. It really, thank you, Trey. That's the perfect sound of my pain.
Bonnie,
Yeah.
do you want to live with your dad or without time?
I'd live with my dad.
I guess I'm alone on this one.
Yeah. It sounds like to live without time is like be a person that had a stroke or something.
Or to transcend this.
I feel like we're kind of
material
living
world.
outside of time right now.
I mean, yeah.
I don't half the time I don't know what day it is, where I am.
That's true.
Fuck, I was supposed to be in between Vegas and Austin. Right?
That's true.
To Florida. Like I had an entire life as opposed to, I had an exploding Patreon. I was going to take my life to a whole nother level, and now I'm here doing Would You Rather bot. So yeah, no, this without time stuff, not so good for me.
Trey, did we get an answer from you?
No, I'll play devil's advocate here and go without time because I think that's more of the positive. Oh, no pressure of time.
Gotcha.
All right,
right.
see where it goes.
All right. The internet voted this final results as of 6:16 today, I believe. The internet decided to go with to live without time.
What?
Right. Answer B. Brian and Trey got the point.
Oh, these shitty people that don't care about their family members. They don't care about their dads.
I'm going to guess most of them have already experienced living with their dad, but they've never experienced living without time.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I can't believe that. No, it's terrible.
We're all trapped with nothing but time. So much time.
Yeah.
So
much
now.
time.
All right, Justin, we're going to start with...
Time. That's the song. It's called Time.
In an alternate timeline, you had a song called
Time.
Dad.
Yeah.
All right.
Both international hits, #1 for like 8 weeks.
8 weeks?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good record.
Yeah. Time, Dad.
Justin, we're going to go to you for our next one.
Yeah.
From at WIR_bot. Would you rather bacon or scrambled eggs? Would you rather bacon
this
or
is a good
scrambled
one.
eggs?
This is a good one.
Normally there's some sort of existential twist here. Now I know what I would go for. In fact, very often at a continental breakfast, I will only grab the bacon. I will not go with the eggs because I'm very particular about how my eggs need to be done. But no, it's the internet. Bacon.
Bacon. All right, very good. Mike.
Yeah, man, I'm always bacon. Always bacon. Like yeah. Yeah, I love scrambled eggs. That's the only way I really appreciate eggs. But bacon is my thing.
There you go. Trey?
Eggs are good. They need a friend. Going bacon.
No. There you go. Bonnie, bacon or eggs?
Wow.
I don't know if Brian realizes I stopped eating bacon.
Oh no, you've made it very clear.
Okay.
Make a big old thing of it every time they're offered. I don't eat bacon anymore. I don't eat a penny at a conversation, and pigs are as intelligent as dogs. And am I enlightened? No, I'm sorry. Bacon? You don't say.
So scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs. Right. Brian.
Man, my heart goes to scrambled eggs as well. But I know it's the internet, and they're all gonna go bacon, and they're all wrong. I'm going scrambled eggs.
I'm gonna go scrambled eggs. All right, there we go. Brian and Bonnie have both said scrambled eggs. Everyone else says bacon. The internet said bum bum bum. Oh crap! I gotta open it. The internet said
It's gotta be an egg if you gotta open it.
bum 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 bum. Bacon. 54.
Oh,
Yes.
closer than I would have thought.
Wow.
54 to 46.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Crazy.
That's pretty amazing that there's that many people that do the disgusting, terrible scrambled eggs. Like,
Do you think that we're off of peak bacon? Because 6 years ago we were at peak bacon. There were filters that would add bacon to web pages.
Yeah. No. I had a Bloody Mary that was all bacon. It was just bacon it was bacon infused with slices of bacon in it. I'm like, this is amazing. But yeah.
What was that, Justin?
Sorry, man.
Oh,
Justin, what were you gonna say?
Oh, this is actually a good one because people eat scrambled eggs a lot more than they eat bacon. So it's like, even though the bacon hype is real, if you really had to trade out in your life how many times people eat scrambled eggs, you'd just be getting a lot more food with scrambled eggs than you get for bacon. But so I'm not shocked that it was closed.
it's also better for the
people fucking
environment.
love
You can get a lot more eggs than you can bacon. Greenhouse gases.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, sure. Yeah, there you go.
That's true.
All right, close game here. Let's go to our next one. Mike, we're going to start with you on this one.
Okay.
Would you rather fight a lion in the forest or fight a tiger in the jungle?
Whew. Okay, so the jungle and forest thing is kind of confusing me. It's making me a little bit weird, but feeling a little bit. I'd rather fight a tiger.
Wait, hold on. Sorry to interrupt you, Mike.
Yeah.
Bryce, is there any way that we can look up the song "Living Wild and Free" by the Big Cat Rescue to just play underneath this entire discussion?
And I guess as long as we're discussing, it might, just to chime in, I know you haven't given your vote yet, but it seems to me like it's kind of like a home versus away game. Like a lion in the forest, I'm picturing in the redwoods. Maybe he's a little bit confused, doesn't understand why he's out of his cell. But a tiger in a jungle, that's home field advantage. That's all that motherfucker does is crawl around the jungle.
No, yeah, yep.
You see them in the jungle,
Yeah,
in the forests, on the plain.
yeah. I feel this.
You can feel their spirit.
Is this Carol Baskin?
Every terrain.
No. This is the one, the video that
Share
she's
the
showing.
primal wisdom.
Sorry, couldn't hear it. Say it
All
again.
wish to hear.
This is the one that she's playing with her husband, and then she reaches over to like touch her husband's hand, and he just like doesn't move.
Oh, that's right.
Because he understands that he's married to Carol Baskin, and he's terrified. But yeah, no. So here we go. Yeah, "Beautiful, Wild and Free" by the Big Cat Rescue.
And I still believe.
Like, okay, not for nothing, but Carol Baskin released like an 8-page essay today explaining how she's totally different from Joe Exotic, and it goes,
Which is good because you didn't do it on the friggin' show.
I think Justin's not receiving audio from us, but but yeah, like she's definitely going on about how she's totally different. I'm like, oh, so just both of you have cat saving music videos and a bunch of cats and a bunch of free labor working for you, but you're both totally different.
All right, so here, where are we going on this one?
So we're starting with Mike on this one. So
Yeah.
would you rather fight a lion in the forest or a tiger in the jungle?
All right, so okay. Well, I'm gonna go the tiger because lions like are ostensibly much heavier than lion. Like, no,
No, tigers are the kings.
Oh no, he's
oh,
already
yeah,
locked in. He's already locked in.
I'm
He's
locked
already
in.
locked in.
I'm locked. I'm going lion.
I'm
You're
dead.
tiger, I'm lion.
So you're saying I just killed myself?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, so did
Trey.
I, because I can't
just
take a
killed
lion
myself. Oh, awesome.
There we go. Bonnie, would you fight a lion in the jungle? A lion in the forest or a tiger in the jungle?
I'd take the forest. I feel like Brian has swayed me with his argument that put him in the wrong environment, and then like all these squirrels would be chattering. And be
Oh,
like,
that's right.
"What's up?"
They'd be
you
tattling
know?
on them.
Yeah.
They'd be heckling, throwing nuts and whatnot.
I know.
That lion would be like, "I'm your king. What's wrong?"
The nut hurling.
Yeah, they'd be nutting all over that king, and he'd be all like, "My mane! I just had this done." Yeah, no, I'm on Team Lion in the forest all day.
Lion. Justin, lion in the forest or tiger in the jungle?
I'm gonna take a lion in the forest, and man, do I like my odds.
Oh, okay. 4 out of 5 people said the lion in the forest. Mike did say the tiger in the jungle. The internet said, with 83.2% of the vote, fight a lion in the forest.
Yes.
That's a point for.
Wow.
Also, I think Andrew Main was talking about, was that yesterday on the Weird Things podcast? He was saying that lions apparently are much, much better at sort of telegraphing when they're not happy with you, whereas a tiger will just be all like, everything's fine, everything's fine, you're dead.
Yeah. That was my thought. I'm like, okay. Yeah, because I know it's a fight, right? Like, I just know straight out it's a fight. There's no equivocating. It's just like, all right, let me take my dagger, try to put it in your face. But yeah, of course, I'm going to be eaten.
Who said
Of
you
course.
get a dagger?
Yeah, I definitely
There's no
get it.
dagger.
I always have a dagger. I always have.
You got nothing. You got nothing but your guitar
I have a dagger
to
right
soothe
there.
the savage
Yeah.
beast.
Yeah.
You better have a lion song ready to go.
Yeah, I do. I always have a lion song. I always.
All right, Trey, we're starting with you on this one.
All right, I'm ready.
From Would You Rather Would you rather really strong arms or really strong legs? Really strong arms or really strong legs?
Man, I feel like arms is gonna be Personally, I'm gonna take the legs.
Take the legs.
I know long arms is the vanity choice for everyone. So I think
But
that might be the winner.
Nowadays, the kids want the cake. They want to see the legs. Oh, sorry. I'm on TikTok. I see the emojis.
Look, the kids love the gams. See?
Bonnie, would you rather really strong arms or really strong legs?
Oh, really strong legs. Everybody's looking at butts.
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah.
Are you an arm guy or a leg guy, Brian?
I'll tell you what, man. I mean, I understand arms are for show, but there is nothing more ridiculous than a big old buff guy with chicken legs. Like that dude is terrified of ever taking his pants off.
You're right.
I
Absolutely.
would rather have badass gams that can be resplendent when I hit the beach.
Amen.
Than so I'm going legs all day.
Justin, what about you?
You leg day loving John Stockton short ass basketball shorts wearing lying motherfuckers. I'll be happy to take all the credit on the fact that it's an upper body business. I'm taking the fucking arms all day. I don't give a shit if I'm walking around on 2 toothpicks. I'll make sure to wear some Jinko jeans to cloud that fucker up.
Take it from the spokesman for mailroute.info. He's maximum no spam arms.
Be taking pickle jars and crushing them with my bare hands in the supermarket.
All right, and Mike, coming around for you. Really strong arms or really strong legs?
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to follow Justin's lead. I think, I mean, hey, we don't look at the bottom half at first.
All right.
We eventually end there.
don't?
Yeah.
You say all this,
Yeah,
but ladies
yeah.
and gentlemen, in your mind, I want you to picture Mike TV singing a sweet lullaby love ballad with just boulders.
Don't wait. I already got him, man. Look at these guns. Look at these guns.
I
Mike's
know,
pretty
they're
young.
gonna be like 5 times the size of that. You're gonna look ridiculous. You won't even be able to reach your guitar. You're gonna have to play steel guitar from now on.
But if he has big legs, he won't be able to sit down. So.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to cross him like this. He's delicate.
I imagine that it's like, have you guys seen like the Good Advice Muscle Man meme?
Oh yeah.
No,
yeah,
I've not
those are
seen
great.
that.
Where it's always like one like little twerpy kid who says like some like thing on the internet of like, hey, all e-girls are thoughts. And then it's just like 3 other just comically yoked, like, just like Arnold classic gigantic bodybuilder guys, but they're all on laptops like typing, and they're all giving like good advice.
That's amazing.
All right. We got
Awesome.
everybody's answers in here. Let's take a look at what the internet said from @WYRBot, posted 11:03 a.m. with 52.2% of the vote.
Close.
Yes.
Really strong legs.
Oh, wait, what?
Hey, look, I'm clapping because I can, because I don't have comical boulders in my chest.
And also because you have those really strong legs, obviously. All right.
God damn it.
My legs are so strong, I'm clapping, and it's not with my hands.
Work those games.
Sorry, hold on. Justin
Super
got the
strong
duck.
arms would be a gendered thing, right?
Uh,
Because chicks wouldn't want really strong arms as much as guys would want really strong arms, but
Oh, that would be
both
a-
probably want really strong
Sure.
legs.
Sure.
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that probably does skew it.
That's what I'm saying, yo.
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 Yeah.
Yo.
All right, we got another one here. Bonnie, we're going to start with you on this one. Bonnie from Would You Rather Bot. Would you rather make a movie of your life before you were 21 or of your life after 21?
Wow. Wow.
Before or after 21?
Man, I feel. Let me tell you. Anybody who peaked before 21, not a great life. Name one biography about anyone where it ends at 21. Not great.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Well, my long meditation that was my childhood would not make for a riveting movie. However, I did a lot with that, and
that second half would be interesting, I think.
So after.
After.
Brian?
AFTER. like before 21 is jerking off the movie. After 21 is jerking off and also doing a stage show.
Maybe they might cut that for time. Justin?
After. Yeah, there's really not a lot interesting that happens before then. I mean, nothing. As soon as you realize that other people have also gotten drunk, most of your stories before 21 seem a lot less interesting.
All right. Mike?
Yeah, man. Of course, it's gonna be after. Like, really, I certainly, I totally enjoyed my pre-21 years, but all the best shit that's happened in my life is post-21. Yeah.
And then he got a TurboGrafx 16 for Christmas. It was an amazing Christmas.
And Trey?
After as well, yeah.
I say after. All right, everyone says after. And the internet said, with 73.1% of the vote, make a movie of your life after 21.
Yeah. Amen.
334 votes. That's a point for everybody. All right, let's take a look
I think that's a straight party line on how many voters were under 21.
But think about it now, even in terms of fame, famous people are older than they were when we were kids.
Yeah.
Like in general, like all the old stars never went away, right? If you look at like top Spotify stuff, it's probably a lot of old shit, right? Tom Cruise is still doing action movies at 70.
But also like literally has it in his contract that he will always be digitally de-aged and he will never appear older than 50, no matter what the role.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, I mean,
good
gig if you can get it.
I mean, the fact that can even happen, that someone can put a legal contract and be like, I need to make sure
don't age
that
anymore.
I don't age in this. That's amazing, right?
It is.
It's so crazy. Like, we're in the future. We are literally in the future.
Not only is it crazy, but it's crazy from the most unexpected corner where you would never expect crazy.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that bastion of
Stability and sensibility.
So I'm wondering, like, you see his body moving and then his face is all like, de-aged or whatever, but then his body is just like shuffle away from like the exploding car.
But they did that. Like, if you look at Picard, he definitely had like a stunt runner. Somebody was casually jogging, and it was definitely not the Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, and that's now that's amazing, right? It's awesome. It's amazing that we now live in a point in time where you can be like, yeah, we can sell you on the idea that this person who's obviously we all know is not doing this thing. It looks like when you're looking at, like, I can't tell. I mean, I visually can't really distinguish between him running or not running.
Well, and the really wild part is when augmented reality comes to town, and then all of a sudden it's like, then you get to assert that you just in public, everyone has to see you at your youngest or whatever your avatar, your preferred look is.
Yeah.
Somebody was talking about
Mr. Brewick in the chat says Sam Jackson and Captain Marvel was a little ridiculous. The de-aging of Sam Jackson and Captain Marvel was the least of that movie's problems. I was far more interested in watching de-age Sam Jackson run around.
All right, let's take a look at the scoreboard here after that fifth round. Brian's got 4 points. Justin's got 3. Mike's got 2. Trey has a perfect score of 5 so far, and Bonnie's got 3. There we go.
Wow.
Let's do a few more here. We're going to start with Brian on this one. Would you rather the ability to shrink to half normal size or the ability to control temperature by holding a torch?
Oh, God damn. This is a toughie.
Would you want to get half your normal size or the ability to
whiplash on that
control temperature by holding a torch? Now, you can already kind of do one of these.
I just want to be able to control temperature now. I mean, I go swimming, I strict half normal size. Never mind. It was a weenie
I was
joke.
in a pool.
Okay. Man, I control temperature. Okay. I mean, stop me if you've heard this before, Justin, but only one of these translates to a gig I could do on the. I guess both of them do, but one of them is
Vaudeville.
experiential.
Vaudeville Brushwood.
And then vaudeville brushwood. I think controlled temperature. How I guess. Yeah, I'll go controlled temperature by holding a torch because that's almost like an Iceman power.
Justin?
I mean, think of what you can do shrinking to half of normal size, right? Like you can be the world's greatest spy.
Or a horse jockey.
You just get into somebody's office building and then like behind a fern.
You could get roles on future Lord of the Rings franchises.
Any sitcom with a child.
That's right. You can be the world's greatest child actor, child stunt double.
Yeah.
Me in a little baby outfit, and I'll be the baby that curses.
Yeah.
Yeah, look who's talking 5.
All right, you're going to pick one.
Ability to shrink down to half a normal size.
Okay. Ability to shrink. Mike, you going to shrink or are you going to control the
This
temp?
is a tough one, man. I like them both. I want to be able to do both. It's really pissing me off. I can't do both. But I think I'm gonna go with the temperature. I think I'm gonna go. Yeah.
All right, Trey?
This is easy for me. As someone who's too big for a lot of places, cut me in half. Free first class on every flight. Oh, it's gonna be great.
That's not
It's
fair.
like all Trey
That's
read
not fair.
was like, would you like the ability to be normal? Or the ability to control temperature.
Oh, that's not
Bonnie,
fair.
take us home.
Oh, definitely. Like you could rob a bank and then
why you think you
they
can
put you in
rob
the
a bank.
lineup and you just go
Like you stabbed me.
You're still like
that's
almost
stay
3
small.
feet tall.
You stay small all the way up until after they're arrested while you're in holding, and then finally it's the lineup that you're like, psych bitches.
You wait for them to put the baby handcuffs on you.
Yeah. And they're like, who do we arrest? Is that the person we arrested?
Also,
They're half
why
the
are all
size.
you
They're half
guys-
the size of the person we arrested. What happened to the other half?
So
The
you-
part of them.
So, wait, could you just be the Hulk? Like you would be the Hulk if the Bruce
Hulk?
Banner were a little person.
The thing is, it would be like holding your breath all the time, and you're just waiting for that moment that somebody makes a short joke, and then you sprout up to 2 inches shorter than the average height of a human. I mean,
Yeah, but like let's say you were screwing around with like a rat or an animal or something, and then it grew up to like twice its size immediately. You would get the fuck out of Dodge. That's terrifying.
just a little person Hulk, though. That's so wild. All right.
Okay. So Bonnie, you're gonna shrink to half your size.
Yes.
This was a close
God,
one.
I'm not gonna lie. I might request. I mean, it's gonna look so big in those hands.
God.
Sorry,
Oh, Brian.
This was a very close one here on at WY.
but it'll be so cold because I'm holding
You know
a torch.
With 50.8% of the vote, ridiculously close on this one. The voters at Would You Rather Bot voted the ability to shrink to half normal size.
Of course.
That's
God damn
Justin, Trey, and Bonnie.
So Trey's still perfect.
Trey's still perfect.
Jeez.
He's always perfect.
Wow. Yeah.
Even when he wishes he was half his size, he knows.
Wish
he's
I could be half as perfect.
Justin, we're going to start with you on this one. All right, Pimp?
Yeah.
From at WYR_bot, would you rather always find its perfect time to eat or always find its perfect time to sleep?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's tough.
Now I have no problem with the former.
Eating.
In fact, I often find that it's the perfect time. to eat.
I don't think we've talked about this on Night Attack, but Justin has his stated goal is to put on the COVID-19. Like he's full on.
It's not a goal. Look, the fucking government just came out and said 100,000 to 240,000 people are going to die. I'm issuing an advisory that I'm going to gain anywhere between 10 to 20 pounds. Like, obviously, we'd like to flatten that curve. We'd love to get that down, right? And if we we all enforce mitigation efforts, including daily walks, if not maybe some push-ups, then maybe we can. But let's face facts here, folks. We're dealing with a very uncompliant, anxious public, and they're going to do what they want. And many times that includes eating 3 to 4 hot dogs because they happen to be there.
So that leaves us with your answer of.
I'd like to sleep,
Like
Bryce.
to find the perfect- it's always the perfect time to sleep for Justin. Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, for me, it's also like, yeah, it's always sleep. Sleep is tough for me.
Always the perfect time to sleep. Trey.
Yeah, I'm hoping that means you get to be better at sleep. So I'm going to go with always perfect sleep. Perfect time to sleep.
Perfect time to sleep.
All
Bonnie.
right.
Oh. Is it
Would
me
you
now?
rather
Eat or
Bonnie.
sleep?
Oh, I have a question. What is it? Because it doesn't say
Like,
you.
now,
It is.
this moment is the perfect time. It's all,
Find
it's always sunny in Philadelphia. It's
Okay,
time.
I was
It's the
worried it
moment.
was like some creature, like find that creature that isn't a he or
That's it.
she.
Like a big old
It's like
clown. Does you want him to sleep or eat? That does change it.
Right? It feels really. So I'm either way. I would say sleep.
You're gonna say sleep.
So you realize these are 2 known medical conditions, narcolepsy, and then there's another medical condition where people are ravenously hungry and have impulse control issues.
Really?
And they never, ever, like no matter how much they eat, they never stop feeling hungry. And one of them is one that can be dealt with, narcolepsy. The other one is just like family wrecking insanity.
Really?
Yeah,
I
no,
did
it's
not-
awful.
I've-
So I'm gonna go narcolepsy with you guys. We're all gonna be a sleeper. We're all gonna be sleepy Garys from now on.
Good. Yeah, good.
All right. 321 voters at WIR_bot said it's always the perfect time to sleep.
Yeah.
65.1%.
Good.
That's a point for everybody again. Hey, there we go. All right. Let's do a couple more. How about that?
Sure.
Here's one.
That is one thing that hasn't gone away. I remember people in high school being like, "Oh man, I love sleeping. Sleeping's great." Like that is like a thing that has lasted more than any other desire that I talk to people, because as you get older, you want to be financially secure, have a career, sleep always.
Yeah. I want to be a professional sleeper. I just want to sleep nonstop, like a pro.
MLG
like a
sleeping.
real serious
There's
pro.
a word for that. And we'll all get there eventually.
Yeah.
All right. Mike.
Eventually, it becomes our full-time hobby.
Mike, we'll start with you on this
Okay.
next one.
Yep.
Would you rather live in an empty room or live without any oxygen?
Okay, so I have to go with the empty room because the other one is what we were just talking about, sleeping forever, permanently.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing, right?
does
Like
say
I'm
live.
not trying to say nothing, but we don't we don't make a decision about what the words mean more
Yeah.
too often. So live without any oxygen. could
Sounds to
mean-
me like you could live
It says
without
live
any
right there.
oxygen. You would be
Yeah.
totally anaerobic.
Yeah. No. I still think I like empty rooms. I like
And
them.
you could stay underwater.
I
You
can
could do
make an
entire
empty
magic
room.
shows. You could David Blaine's all sudden
You could go
gasping
travel.
for air,
Yeah.
and then you just keep on going, playing your concert underwater next to him, mocking David Blaine.
I think the power of
I
sound.
do all the time. Every single time I play, I like every single time I play. Well, every single time I play, I'm mocking David Blaine. But no, I think I'm gonna go with the empty room.
Live in an empty
I like
room?
empty rooms. I think they're good.
Trey?
Yeah, I'm having trouble finding a positive light to living without oxygen. So I think I'm gonna take that empty room.
Gonna take the empty room, Bonnie.
Well, I think it'd be cool. Like, if I feel like you could go swim for as long as you want to swim. I feel like you could be in space, not worry about it.
Yeah, that's true.
So-
You'd have a leg up certainly on astronauts.
I know. I just feel like you could, if you don't have to worry about that fussy oxygen thing, then I
You'd
mean,
be like the most popular astronaut, where it's just like, hey man, I mean, you could send Larry up, but you're not sending oxygen.
He does require that oxygen nonsense.
exactly. Like you could go along as a tag along. Like you don't even count because you're not breathing all their air. So like
You can go like in their luggage. You can be a carry-on.
There's not a luggage like compartment to the International Space Station like there is
They
in
get
Southwest.
like a certain. Well, I guess you have to eat food still. So,
Well,
you'd be in your
yeah.
mouth.
All right, Bonnie, need
You'd
an
have to
answer.
bring your own snacks.
Empty room or oxygen?
I would say without oxygen.
Without oxygen. All right, Brian.
Yeah, no oxygen, man.
No oxygen juice.
Fuck yeah, no oxygen. I wouldn't have to smell farts if I didn't want to. I could live in like the most polluted cities in the world. I'd be getting those penthouses on the cheap. Like I wouldn't give a shit, dude. I'm living without oxygen.
Dude, imagine finishing a sprint and everyone else is gasping like a goldfish, and you're just
that makes sense.
whatevs.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You wouldn't run. You wouldn't be out of breath.
You
'cause
wouldn't
would
be
have
out
no
of
breath
breath.
to
Yeah.
have. Okay. Here we go. Wow. Well, let's see what the internet said. 413 people voted in this. Would you rather live in an empty room or live without any oxygen? 78.9% of voters said they would live in an empty room.
Yeah,
That's a
I
point
think
for
they all
Mike.
interpreted it as like
I'm dead or
you'll
not.
be
Yeah,
dead.
yeah. Which is my
because
interpretation.
we could live without oxygen by simply filling this room with helium. It would be a very short podcast.
Hey, but a very funny one. It would be a very funny.
I mean, just think of how we would
podcast.
sound when we're dying.
A very hilarious podcast for the handful of minutes it actually existed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
All right. Let's get into the scores before we do our last one here. Brian's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points.
Nice.
Justin's got 5 points. Mike's got 4 points. Trey still has a perfect record with 8 points? No,
Oh,
it's 8 points.
Gosh.
And Bonnie has also got 5 points. This round is worth 10 points.
Wow. All right.
Right on.
Awesome.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know who writes who writes these. All right, we're gonna start with Mike since he's running a little behind on this. Mike,
Okay.
for the game, would you rather be the fastest person in the world but be unable to bench press more than 7 kilograms, or be an extremely capable gymnast who can lift 26 kilograms?
Wow, that's awesome.
Trick question. Kilograms. What are those?
Yeah.
Would you rather be the fastest person in the world but can only lift?
So a kilo is
that's
2.2
awesome.
pounds. So that's
I
like
want-
what,
can I do
16
both?
pounds versus 60 or 70
Yeah.
pounds.
Yeah. Well, the kilogram is 2.6 pounds.
2.2.
2.2 pounds. Okay.
It would be 57
Yeah.
pounds.
Yeah. So I kind of want both, but I think
You can't have both. Certainly, you can't do that one.
I can't do both.
No,
Oh,
you
great.
cannot.
Yeah. Oh, great. Then I'll choose both. I'll choose both then. No. Yeah. I will do the gymnasts because gymnasts are sexy, man. Like, have you seen them like jumping around? They're amazing. Yeah.
I love a
I
sexy jump.
Yeah. I like to be sexy. Hey, look at me. Look, I want to be sexy.
Okay, there
I
we
want to
go.
be a sexy gymnast.
It does not say sexy. It says extremely capable. It
Yes,
doesn't say
yes,
you're going to be a
even
great
so,
gymnast.
have you seen a gymnast ever? Any kind of gymnast?
Potato. It's all in a leotard, Bryce. Let's let him go.
Yeah, amen.
All right, Mike. Mike. Okay, we've got you, Trey.
Oh, I would love to be an extremely capable anything, and I have most of my guitar amps weigh more than 7 kilograms, so that's out. So I'm a gymnast now. Loving
You
it.
understand
yes,
it's
gymnast.
the
Woo.
fastest person in the world. Okay, Bonnie. Which would you rather be, the fastest person in the world, but you can't bench more than 7 kilograms, or an extremely capable gymnast who can live 26?
So in other words, would you like everything to be the same, only you're the fastest person in the world? Or would you like to triple your bench press and also be a capable gymnast?
Extremely capable.
Oh my god.
Extremely.
You'd be very fine at gymnastics.
Yeah, I have to say, I saw a very capable performance of a gymnast, and I don't say it's necessarily sexy. It's just
Hear
You
that,
can
gymnasts of
eat-
the world? Not sexy, according to
That's
Bonnie
right.
Screw you
Brushwood.
guys. You're not sexy.
In the
You can be
Terminator vision of Bonnie,
capable.
there's a targeting icon, and it just says sexy, not sexy.
And you better have your teeth.
and those gymnasts can be rough on the teeth sometimes too. So I'm gonna go fast.
Fastest person
Fastest.
in the world. Okay.
All right, good.
Man, you know
Right.
what happens to extremely capable gymnasts once they're past 15? they work at Gymboree. So I'm gonna go with the fastest human on the planet, and then I will change the subject when somebody challenges me to a bench press contest.
Justin.
Why wouldn't you just run away?
I mean, who walks up to Usain Bolt and asks him, "Yo, bro, come back here. What are your bags?"
You even lift, and you're like, "Yeah, I left my weights over here."
What do you?
They work at
They
Gymboree.
yell, "You're fucking 5 miles down the road. You're the fastest person in the goddamn world."
Can't hear
This
you.
shit goes-
All right, Justin. So you're gonna say the fastest person in the world?
No, really, in all honesty, I kind of think that this real question is, do you want to be famous or do you not want to be famous?
You could keep it a secret that you're the fastest person.
Not if you want to make a living or you want to exploit.
You can't have a vaudeville show if you.
Well, no, I mean, it's like you would be like a courier, and then you could deliver.
You're the fastest
news.
person in the world, and you do Uber Eats.
But you could deliver the news that Usain Bolt's about to cross the finish line just slightly ahead of him, and then I don't know.
Right? Determined to be like the character in the 80s movie whose boss is like, "Man, I'll bet you'd be the fastest man in the world with these times."
Oh, shucks, boss. I just want to deliver these sandwiches on time. Oh, they're so heavy. I dropped them again.
No, John Candy shows up.
All right,
Son,
so
you're
Justin,
fast, but I'm afraid this lunch pail is too much for you.
But if you were an extremely capable gymnast, that's really just like you're just a super badass,
Yeah,
right? Like
of
now,
course.
like you're just being a badass at everything. Like now you're great at volleyball, you're great at all sports, you're great at like all these like things that require timing and strength. However, I'm gonna be with everybody who said fastest because I'm gonna get those endorsements. I'm just gonna get that picture at the Olympics of me being the fastest man in the world, and then never work again.
And then you're going to show up at all of the conventions and nod sagely and sign autographs. As long as the
Basically, yeah.
pen's not too heavy.
And then I'm gonna get somebody else who lifts things, including me, into my car.
Yeah. It's a Twilight Zone episode where you win the gold, but the moment they put it on you, you just crumble.
all
It
right.
breaks your neck.
We've got a winner here, but first let's take a look at the results of the poll. 501 people responded to this poll from @WYR_bot. Would you rather? 78% of people said that they would be an extremely capable gymnast who can lift 26
Wow,
pounds
man,
with
Trey, you
a
got it. You
perfect
just did it.
18-point record.
I know.
Trey
That's
Warren
amazing.
is our winner.
Wow.
It's amazing.
That's amazing.
The word capable is so unflattering. It's such a terrible word.
People love to be lifting things. If you have a game you'd like us to play here on the show, send it in to our email address, mail@nightattack.tv, and we might play it here on the middle of the part of the show, which is the middle part of the show, which is what this is. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Hey, why don't we take a break? You guys got a song for us?
Yeah. Of course we do. Here, hold on. Wait, and here we go. Oh. I'll be alright. I don't want to break down. I'll be alright. I don't want to break down. I don't want to freak out. I don't want to. I'll be alright. Just give me a moment. I'll be alright. I just need a moment. Just give me a moment. I just need one. I always knew there would be days like this when it all falls apart and it all goes to shit. I always knew there would be days like this. Fucking whatever. Okay.
A courageous song about the naked jealousy MikeTV experiences for Trey Warren's track record in night attack game shows.
Yeah.
Hey, Justin, you want to do a bit of Diamond Time?
Hell yeah, Brian. Diamond Time is where you can shout out your project right here on the show. Just head to diamondclub.reddit.com or reddit.com/r/diamondclub. First is from King Joey, 52A. Very simple. Wash your damn hands. From Diamond Scoop.
Yeah, not too complicated. I agree 100%. Aphex writes in saying he tried to keep things short. I've logged a couple of 1,000 hours of my side gig teaching Japanese over the last couple of years. If you have a lot of time on your hands now, let me teach you Japanese. I've taken many people from absolute zero to intermediate. For my intermediates, we do a lot of fun games in Japanese, including taking the night attack staple Would You Rather bot and translating that into Japanese.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Japanese.
this is not a planned bit. No.
Japanese not your bag? That's totally fine. Just use my affiliate code bit.ly/Japaning, and that's spelled like it sounds. You get $10 credit, and I get a bit of a kickback.
This is a service
very
called
much.
iTalkI, so it seems like it's part of a bigger thing.
Yeah, when you sign up for classes in any of the languages offered on the platform, his teacher profile is on the iTalkI language learning platform, which is bit.ly/420 Japan swag. Stay safe. Man, there's a lot of jokes I could say to all these kanji characters. Thanks for the buckfuckos. P.S. Know of anyone who has 3 extremely intelligent daughters who might want to learn Japanese? Man, I wanted to learn Japanese when I was in high school, and Bryce has been learning Japanese, right?
Yeah, just with the Duolingo, that seemed to work pretty well, but I kind of dropped off. I kind of need to get back into it. Maybe.
Yeah,
I
so
could use Aphex
you're
or
that
something.
intermediate. If only you want to play Would You Rather.
And finally, Papa Sparky writes, late night infomercial voiceover. How many times has this happened to you? You're just about to fly to Japan to see an English language drag show only to have the flight get canceled. Now how are you going to get your fix of multicultural drag queen comedy? Lucky for you, the internet has the next best thing. Introducing the Tokyo Closet Ball podcast. Once a month-ish, Tatiana Lee and Stephanie Saint Slut interview local drag artists, talk about LGBTQ news, and celebrate the community. All this while getting wine drunk on Tatiana's bed. Just search for Tokyo Closet Ball Podcast on Spotify.
Awesome.
That was pretty good on that voice. You guys send in your projects. We'll shout them out right here. diamondclub.reddit.com. Shall we take a peek in the mailbag?
Yes, let's take a look into the mailbag.
Join us for drinks in the Diamond Club.
In the Diamond Club. That sounds grand.
Super grand. This is the part of the show where we read your emails here to mail@nightattack.tv here at the end of the show, like this one from Ben. Is that right? Sorry, everybody.
For as many times as we've seen that clip from Schitt's Creek, that's the first time I've recognized Chris Elliott on the right because you only see his shoulder. Yeah. See, there we go.
Oh, yeah, you just see.
Oh, yeah.
Grand.
How grand. Okay, here we go. Let's read this one from Eric. Eric's got an email here. I was asking a question. Hey, Night Attack, I recently started a new position that requires me to speak at length to multiple people, a group of people. The problem is that I'm not a good speaker. I don't naturally enunciate well, and my brain moves faster than my mouth, and I end up jumbling words. As professional talkers, do you have any advice on how to improve my speech? Did we read this last week?
If you want, we can just, holy cow. If you guys listen to the pre-show.
Can I just say
lot
for
today.
a moment, I was like, I saw the future. Like I knew what's going on right now. I've
Do you
experienced.
smell anything funny right now, Bryce? Is your arm tingling?
I'm juggling a lot tonight. All right. We've got an email here from Matt. Thank you, Matt. Matt says, hello, boys. It's me, Matt J. Awad. You may recognize my name from 2 VidCon virus videos, or more recently, the Night Attack 300 video spectacular. Since everyone's sharing their Night Attack origin stories, I'll do the same. It all begins in the year 1974, where much like Brian Brushwood, the Rubik's Cube is created. Smash cut 35 years later to 2009, where as a teenager, I look up Rubik's Cube tutorials on YouTube, and who do I find? That's right, Dan Brown. From his video that I found, he became a YouTuber, and I started watching him. I was there for Dan 3.0, a project where Dan let his audience control his daily life. Through Dan 3.0, I discovered Revision 3, and with it, Film Right and Scam School. Through Scam School, I witnessed the creation of the Diamond Club book, but didn't really know about the NSFW show until I saw you guys react to the Alex Jones, Pierce Morgan 1776 debate.
Good moment.
Hell yeah, that was awesome.
Everything about that segment was fantastic as I rewatch it now, but unfortunately, I didn't feel that way at the time. I didn't know who Pierce Morgan was, so I didn't appreciate you calling him smug.
You're like, well, that's me. He's just a nice British man.
Fast forward a couple years to when I started a college internship with a long commute. In search of more podcasts, I checked to see what Brian was up to and discovered Night Attack. I downloaded the newest episode, which just so happened to be Ghost Dad.
Yeah, awesome. Wow.
Crazy.
So far, this is like the Forrest Gump of coming into our podcast.
Even though, I lost my place. Even though, oh my goodness. Even though it was my first Night Attack episode, I somehow just knew Ghost Dad was unusual and special. Admittedly, it was because you were saying the episode was special as it was happening. Sounds about right. I now listen to every episode of Night Attack and PX3, and I occasionally dabble in other stuff in the Diamondverse. Thank you guys so much for being consistently funny, introducing me to Auntie Donna, and for doing Name Redacted podcast format so much better than they ever could that I stopped listening to them. Ooh. Catch that shade this week in fun.
No,
I don't know. He redacted. So, thank you so much, Matt Awad. Thank you, Matt. That's very sweet.
Man, now I know what
I knew it was
was
special.
redacted.
I knew it was special because you guys said repeatedly in the episode it was special.
Yeah, why
it's
we have-
quite possibly the most awesome thing I've ever got in my entire life.
I'll tell you what, man, that works. I mean, she ended up marrying me.
Yeah. Hey. What?
I'm acting as though I kept telling you it was special, and then you married me. Never mind.
All right, we have one more email here from Thomas from Missouri. Thomas writes, "Hi, Brian, Justin, Bryce, and insert guest name here. That's Tom and Trey, or Mike and Trey."
Hey, can we have Bryce appreciation minute? Can we have a Bryce 1 minute song?
Yes.
Just say how great
I
Bryce
would love
is.
a 1 minute to get his shit in order.
Bryce, you are amazing. You are amazing. Wait, no, Bryce, you are amazing. You're the best I know. Oh, Bryce, yes, we love you. Yes, we love you, dude. Thank you so. Bryce, you're amazing. You're amazing. Thank you so much. You're amazing.
Good. You saved it. Landed it.
Thank you very much.
All right, so let's get the rest from Joe Bryston.
That's right. All right, our last email here from Thomas. Hello to everybody. While watching Brian talk about Star Trek Picard, a question came to my mind. Do you think stage magic will still be a thing in the future? I mean, people will still want to watch sleight of hand. Will people still want to watch sleight of hand when there are starships with faster than life travel? Or do you think the magicians of the future will incorporate replicators and transporters into their acts the way some performers today use cell phones and iPads? Just something I was wondering about. Really enjoying the show, guys. Thanks for the entertainment. Thomas from Missouri. Thank you, Thomas.
Justin, I'm so glad this question came up because, as you know, we are the world's #1 foremost magic-related podcast.
Indeed, yeah. This portion of the program, Cut Out, is the most popular magic podcast of all time.
I think we've talked a little bit about this. I perceive that there. So, follow me for a bit. Creationists believe that the Earth was created 20 minutes ago by Space Monkey, and then they're like prove otherwise. When you're like, then you find a fossil in between one thing and the other, and then they say, aha. Now there's 2 gaps. Prove to me, how did that happen? Magic. They call that the God of the Gaps theory. There will always be gaps, and no matter how much you know about magic, no matter how much your map of reality is fleshed out, there will always be gaps, and there'll always be other people. I think of the job of a magician is to swoop into town and be the best chess player in town, and there'll always be. And if you checkmate that person, you eliminate all the things that are possible. And they're left only with the impossible, and they're left with wonder, and that's that rush of ecstasy. It's this hormone rush in our brains that gets us so excited. And then there's the path of, do I want to find out how it's done, or do I want to hold on to that wonder? There will always be people wanting to do that, and I don't think any amount of technology. I mean, first of all, let me put it this way: if we ain't bridged that gap from the late 1600s to now, we're not going to bridge that gap.
Yeah,
ever.
amen.
There will
Yeah.
always be a god of the gaps, forever and ever and ever, forever.
Yeah, the point of magic is not necessarily to ride technology, because a lot of the technology that's used in magic now, in a world that has changed greatly from the books that wrote about these tricks, are pretty much the same. It's like, no, it's in his hand. It was always in his hand. Whether or not there's a cell phone or planes or private rockets to Mars doesn't change the fact that we believe that it's not there, and that makes it powerful that it is. So I think going forward, now you might see, in the same way that now you can spoof cell phone numbers and stuff like that, and that gets used as a method. All technology allows you to build on top of it, but almost the absence of the newest thing makes the ancient method more powerful.
Yeah, and also like Matt J. Awad says, well, I could see if, mind reading going away if there's actual mind reading technology, but then all you have to do is prove that none of that is being used. And for example, what was that John Malkovich movie that was based on The Amazing Kreskin, where they figured that it was just like a listening device in his ear. And so, when he does the finding the envelope trick at the end, he's like, you might think that there's a device in my ear. Let me get people on up to examine. No, there's definitely no listening device in my ear. So all you have to do is eliminate every possible method, and you're left with wonder.
And there definitely is a thing about people where you want to believe that there's some extra normal, extra powerful thing, like that somebody has an inside track on something magical. You're like, oh, that's of course. So if someone can do that in a convincing way, then you're like, yeah, so of course, obviously, that's just magic. It's just, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting, because I perceive magic as to be the absence of an explanation. Because if you give an explanation of, I have a hotline to Jesus, well, then it ceases to be magic at that point, because then it's just science. You have a hotline that goes to Jesus.
I'm saying the exact, I know that I've seen, even with me, like, I just want to know that, there is a way to for people to do things that I just can't explain. And I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Of course. And you can always use technology to enhance that. But yeah, you can always come up with some way to be like, look at this. This is there. This is here. And now it's here. Look at that. How'd that happen?
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about, especially in the specific email, like if there's a world where there are replicators and teleporters, that is only more magic tools for everyone to use.
Yeah.
It would finally make all of those guesses that everything is Bluetooth printers come to life. So.
I mean, there are tricks where things are revealed that you consciously know that it is technically possible for, in the 5 minutes since I gave this information, for someone to fabricate an intricate, large thing. Like, you know it's technically possible, but then you think, but that would just be
it's so
dumb.
improbable. Yeah,
and then you
would
dismiss
never
it.
do that.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just
Amen.
like anytime you think yourself, well, I guess you could do it that way, and then you think, but that'd be dumb. Almost always you're dead on, and that's exactly how it's done. It's dumb. That's how it's done.
That's how it's done. We've got another email here, but we're gonna save it for the after show from Angela. So tune into the after show.
Hey, we should do a little plug for our live stream that we're gonna do on Thursday on the Scam Nation channel.
Yeah. So scamnation.com, youtube.com/scamschool. We are gonna do at 7:00 Central, I believe.
Yes, that's what I advertised it on.
On Reddit. So right now, no one is allowed to do magic shows because you can't get people together. So, and everyone is doing like virtual magic shows. They're trying to do Zoom or Skype or whatever. And so we're going to do a live stream on the Scam Nation channel talking about about the different ways that you can go live or go connect to whatever your thing is and hold a virtual magic show. So I'll talk about tech and Brian will talk about the magic, and we've got a lot of experience between the two.
Storytelling,
Awesome.
presentation, what type of material to do. I
Awesome.
mean, obviously,
Awesome.
we're
That's
trying
great.
to up our game here,
Yeah.
in the face of,
Yeah.
the quarantine situation. And
That's
so we
7
want to
o'clock
share with
Central on Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, and that'll be on the Scam Nation channel. That's youtube.com/scamschool.
Or go to scamnation.com. Scamnation.com, always a good URL.
Yeah.
But we'll read Angela's email in the after show, which the patrons will get to hear early. So check that out.
Hey,
Thank you.
Justin, what did we learn this week?
Well, Brian, we learned that Europeans can't appreciate a good chicken wing.
We learned also that it's the little things in life, by which I mean a normal-sized Trey Warren.
We learned that I'm still gonna be all chest, no legs.
I'll tell you what, I'll be outrunning you because I'll have huge legs and be the world's fastest man. I'll have wet noodles for arms, though.
We learned that two of the most amazing, awesome musicians in the world are MikeTV and Trey Warren.
Goddamn right. Not even that bitch Carol Baskin can take them away from us. Most importantly, we learned that we love you guys, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Fire.
Who's our bit boss?
Our bit boss is with 2,000 bits. It's Rock Roll Martian again. Thank you, Rock Roll Martian and everyone. All right. Bits.
That I wanna drink a warm glass of Drano. Night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack. I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.